So there are three types of elephant in the world. There's the African savanna elephant, which is what Chova is behind me. There's the Asian elephant, and then there's the forest elephant, which we find in the African equatorial area. So the major differences are the African savanna elephant, like Chovs, they're the biggest. They get to about 6 tons in weight. They have this rough, thick skin, and on their fingertips they have 2 fingers which they use to pick up their food. They also don't have bumps on their heads, etc., and their ears are the shape of Africa. The forest elephant is a much smaller elephant. His tusks are generally straight, and his ears are still big, but they are generally just smaller elephants, and they live in the forests in the sort of equatorial areas. You do get a hybrid between savanna and the forest elephant. And then the Asian elephant only has 1 finger on the end of his tusk, and he's got 2 bulbs on the top of his head. His ear lobe is much smaller. His ear is much smaller, and also their skin is different. You'll often see white or pink blemishes on their skin, etc., and it's a much smoother, softer skin. There are other various differences in their feet structure. The elephants have different foot structures between the African elephant and the Asian elephant, but generally those are the quickest ways to identify the difference between the different elephant species. So it's absolutely true that elephants can't jump, and I'm glad that they can't, otherwise the ground would vibrate quite a lot. Elephants need all 4 feet to walk on. They are the heaviest land animal, so weighing in at 6 tons, they are the heaviest land animal, and he needs at least 3 feet on the floor at any one stage in order to move. So their move is 1 foot at a time if you watch them very closely, and then jumping wise, to get that weight off the ground, they can't. They can rear up on their back legs, and they do that to reach trees, branches in the tops of trees when feeding, etc., etc., but they can't actually have all 4 feet off the ground to jump. So an elephant's trunk is made up of helical muscles which wrap around the elephant's trunk going down, and then they've got 3 longitudinal muscles which start at the bottom and come up all the way up and over the top of their head. It has have about 150,000 muscle groups in there. There's no bone in his trunk at all. It's just pure muscle, and it makes it very, very flexible. So he can curl his trunk in different directions. He can suck, he can blow, he can elongate his trunk, he can shorten his trunk. He can reach up, he can reach down. It's an incredible piece of equipment. So elephants have an incredible sense of memory, and this is one of the things that we show here. They can remember names, they can call each other names, they remember areas, they remember locations, and that's all designed for them to survive. So they live in the harshest climate, they live in the harshest place, Africa, and they need to know where water points are, who's who, in order to survive, distances where food is, etc. So their brain is huge. They've got a huge temporal lobe. It's one of the biggest in the world, and it takes up this huge space in the back of their head, actually, and then they use that to, like I say, survive and remember things. So yes, highly intelligent animals. These guys respond to about 120 to 150 different verbal commands, so it just shows that's more than your dog or most animals. And then mice, as you can see with what Chova is currently doing here, he's looking at the poor fellow down below me holding the little microphone that looks like a mouse, and elephants don't like mice. The reason is they're not 100% certain about what they are. They can smell them, but they can't really see them. Their eyesight is terrible, and they can hear them. And so these little things scurrying around or scurrying along branches or things, they don't like it, and they will chase them away generally. So elephants don't like mice.
What's kind of dealing this? Like that for us, girl. Like please come through, come touch and feel. Come and touch and feel. Yes. You're going. You can pick the sound within 100 meters. Doesn't pick that. But their sense of hearing is exceptional.